And welcome into the WJCU Football Preview Show. I'm here with standout sophomore defensive back Josh Jones. Josh, how are we doing today?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. We're here to talk and get a little bit to know a little bit more about yourself ahead of today's game against Wabash. So we look forward to this conversation. So you are originally from Miramar, Florida, just outside of Miami, and you were a two-time state champion at Chaminade Madonna. So we want to know how exactly you went from Southeast Florida all the way to Northeast Ohio and John Carroll.
Honestly, playing football, I had a combine, and the old defensive coordinator that went here, he recruited me up here, and I took a visit, and from there it was just amazing. I love the vibe, the energy the school brings, and then the people are a lot way nicer than they are in Florida. So. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very common thing that you hear with a lot of the players is that there's a big emphasis on family.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's good to hear that you've made yourself at home here at John Carroll. Now, as you settle into your second season, how have you seen your role evolve from the beginning of the season to now?
I'm trying to become an impact player. Just doing what I do, filling my role. I just want to do my 1/11th on the field. So that plays a big part in it.
Yeah, and you've obviously stamped your mark on the field so far. Obviously in 2024, you had a pretty good season.
Yep.
You recorded several pass breakups, tackles, and even a fumble recovery in key games like Marietta and Whitewater. So what expectations did you set for yourself heading into this 2025 campaign?
I have a vision board, and on my vision board, I said, just do better than I did last year. I'm just trying to make myself known. I want when teams play me, I want them to know, oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
That I got to watch out for.
You want to be that guy on defense where everyone goes away from you almost.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. So one of the most important parts of your role on the field is being able to study and read the opposing quarterback's passing game.
Yes.
So how do you go about this process, especially in this transition to more unfamiliar opponents in the NCAC?
Mm-hmm. So, I break it down. So Mondays, I'll see I'll watch film and I'll see the teams tendencies, what they like to do. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, I go on I go deeper into I need a second. So Tuesday and Wednesdays, I go deeper into it. So that's basically saying the downs, the distances, things like that. And Thursday and Friday, I just watch it all. I just prepare myself for the game.
Yeah, you seem like you have a very regimented style of preparation, whether it be your vision board or having a certain game plan when it comes to breaking down film.
Yeah.
I've seen many players talk about how they process film. That's a unique perspective in that regard.
Yeah.
So talking a little bit more about your stuff on the field, how important is the communication between the linebackers, corners, and safeties? And how do you guys foster that relationship both on and off the field?
It's honestly one of the most important parts about being on the field is communication, because communication, just like in relationships, is key. So you gotta talk, because you always have to be on the same page. If y'all are on the same page and y'all playing the wrong coverage, no one's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I find it's just very important.
Yeah, and it seems to be a very tight-knit group of guys that are on that defensive side, whether it be the front four rushing against the quarterback or the back seven protecting against the pass.
Yep.
So how has the coaching staff this year pushed you guys to play your best against some newer competition?
Honestly, I feel like coming back from last year, they prepared us well. They put us in the right position to make plays. They know what they're talking about, and they just put us in a spot where we could just play our game and play the best.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's a good measure of what a good coaching staff does.
For sure.
They prepare you and then it's all about execution.
Yeah.
You guys have done plenty of executing so far this season. Now, in close games, speaking of execution, it helps you focus throughout the game, especially when you're under pressure. So what drills or mental techniques do you have and use in practice to simulate that pressure environment?
During practice, we have this thing called hurry up, where it's like 2-minute drill, and like we're just running back and forth basically. And I try to like hone in on myself. I like take a deep breath. Like I just say, Josh, you got this, you could do it. So I feel like when I do that, it just makes me more calm. It helps with my technique when I'm tired.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like whenever you practice for pressure situations and then you go out on the field and perform, that would make you a lot calmer on the field.
Yeah, it becomes way easier.
Yeah. We're talking with Josh Jones, sophomore defensive back here for the Blue Streaks here on 88.7 WJCU. Now, here this season, in the first game of the season, you actually had a couple of very nice kick returns as well.
Yes.
So you're making plays not only on the defensive side of the football, but also on special teams. So how did you feel after those kick returns, and how did that set the tone not only for yourself, but sort of for the season as a whole?
The coaches put me in that position, and I was just, like I'm just trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a name for myself. So, yeah.
Yeah, we were all surprised hearing your name come up, and we saw you running down the field, and we were very excited to hear your name pop up. So, in the most recent game against Kenya now, you assisted in a sack against the quarterback, which you talked about making plays whenever you can. So how does making a big play like that energize you for the rest of the game when you play such a mentally intensive position at cornerback, excuse me?
Making a play like a sack is very big in football. And like when I made the play, my energy is just sprouted up. I don't really know how to explain it, but it just when I have a lot of energy, I just play better. I play more free. I play with a lot of confidence. The
adrenaline flows a lot better.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it goes back to that, what you mentioned before about how you practice under pressure, and then it leads to you playing a lot more free. So now for the game coming up, looking ahead to Wabash today, how has the team prepared itself for what has been one of the more anticipated games of the season so far?
We've just been locked in Monday through Friday. We're just trying to hone in on the details. We're trying to fix like the mistakes we make and just trying to execute.
Right. And I feel like this is the game that everyone has been looking forward to, at least within the conference. First 2 weeks of the season in conference has been nothing short of perfection from you guys' part, but it'll be interesting to see, how the team performs. And, going into this week, it seems very business-like.
Yeah, for sure it's a business week.
Yeah. So we're talking with Josh Jones, sophomore quarterback here for the Blue Streaks of John Carroll here on 88.7 WJCU. Now, here on WJCU, we like to ask a couple of fun questions here to wrap up our interviews. So we got a couple for you. So outside of football first, okay, what sports do you think or wish you could go pro in?
Honestly, track or baseball.
Track or baseball?
Yeah,
okay.
Baseball because they get a lot of money, so yeah.
Yeah. And track?
Track is because I think I'm pretty fast, so
okay, yeah.
I think I could time and run with Usain Bolt maybe.
Okay, 100 meter or anything like
100, 200, not the 400 though.
No hurdles or anything like that?
Nah, I'm not really a jumper.
Okay. So next question about more of a lighthearted topic. At any level of football, so this could be high school, college, or the pros, which team has your favorite jersey?
Which team has my favorite jersey? I would say back when I was like 5 years old, I have like this Ravens jersey.
Okay.
And like I just like the designs on it. And it was pretty special to me. So.
Now, was it like a white jersey? I know
it was black and purple.
Black and purple?
Black and
okay.
Purple. Yep.
Because I know they have a couple of nice alternative jerseys. So, okay. And then last question before we wrap up this interview. Who on the team has your favorite celebration? And can you describe it to the best that you can.
Favorite I would say Dylan Crassy.
Okay.
Like he's one of my best friends on the team. We have like a little handshake that we do.
Okay.
On and off the field. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you describe it at all, or?
It's just like we do like a little handshake, little hand gesture. Then we go back to back, and then just something smooth, and then we just like jump.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird, but you know.
You keep it simple.
Yeah, we keep it simple.
Keep it simple, and hopefully you do it a lot.
Yeah.
So give you a lot of reasons to celebrate. Well, that concludes our interview today for Josh here. Thank you so much for joining us. Good luck with Wabash today. When we come back here on 88.7 WJCU, Nicolina and Owen will finish wrapping up previewing our game today between John Carroll and Wabash. This has been our interview with Josh Jones, sophomore defensive back, right here on 88.7 WJCU.